In the following chapter, the duty ratio of the switch is 0.04. If the inductor current and the capacitor voltages are ripple free, the charging current of 5 volt battery at a steady state is, so this is the battery. What is the charging current? What is the charging current? I naught of the battery, they were asking. So from this we can, from the given diagram we can observe that it is a buck converter. For the buck converter, output voltage is equal to duty ratio times Vs. So it is given that duty ratio is 0.4 and the supply voltage is given as 20 volt. So output voltage is 8 volt. So this entire we have 8 volt. This entire area we have the 8 volt. Again, from this circuit we can I into R, I naught into R plus 5 volt is equal to 8. I naught R plus 5 volt is equal to 8. Here resistor value is given as 3. So from this we can calculate I naught value. From this we can calculate I naught value. I naught value is 1 ampere. So the charging current of this battery is 1 ampere. Here we have 1 ampere. So the buck converter feeding a variable resistive load as shown in figure. The switching frequency of the device, the switching frequency of the switch is 100 kilohertz and the duty cycle is 0.6. The output voltage we have 36 volt. Assuming that all the components are ideal, and the output voltage is a ripple free. The value of resistor that will make the inductor current is just continuous. We need to calculate the value of resistor. So let us quickly recall the operation of this buck converter. So this is a circuit arrangement where when the switch S is on, the supply voltage, the current from the supply voltage goes through the inductor and flowing through the load. So that time the analysis part, voltage across the inductor is equal to, we know the standard formula, L into di by dt. That time when the current is flowing, the inductor getting charged from minimum value to maximum value. Voltage across inductor is supply minus output. VL is equal to Vs minus V0. That is equal to L into, the current is rate of change of current. The current is increased from minimum to maximum value, that we can take as del I, rate of change of current. So this will happen at the time T on. So from this we can write del I is equal to this. Again, we know the buck converter formula. The given converter is a buck converter. Buck converter output voltage is equal to duty cycle into Vs. So again, in this del I, you substitute V0. is equal to alpha into Vs and proceed. We got the answer del I as this is the formula for del I. Now substitute all the known values. Supply voltage is 60 and alpha value is 0.6 and the frequency is 100 kilohertz and the inductance value is 5 millihenry. Substitute, we got the answer is del I is equal to this value. So delta I is meaning that peak to peak ripple current. This value is delta I, peak to peak ripple current. Now when we take average of this current, that value is divided by 2. This is the average value of del I. Now this is the value of current flowing through this load current I naught, average value of load current. Now we know resistance is equal to voltage over current. The output voltage is given as 36 volt and the output current we got answer is this one, and substituting that values we got the variable resistor value, which will give 36 volt is 2500 ohm. The buck converter shown in figure is working in a steady state. The output voltage and inductor current is ripple free. The figure B shows that the inductor voltage VL for a complete switching interval. Assuming all the devices are ideal, what is the duty cycle of the buck converter? So this is a given diagram of buck converter, and this is the voltage across the inductor over one time period. That is, for when the switch is on, the voltage is the 30 volt, and when the switch is off, the voltage is minus 20 volt. Now here this can be explained under two modes. First, when the switch is on, when this chopper switch is on, converter switch is on, there will be a current flow. There will be a current flow through the inductor and the load. At that time, the voltage across the inductor, we know the formula, voltage across the inductor is L into di by dt. So when the switch is on, voltage across the inductor from the given problem, it is 30 volt, L into, this is a rate of change of current. When the switch is on, the inductor current is increased linearly. It is increased linearly from minimum value to maximum value. So that change in current we will represent as del I. This is happened over the time of on time. So from this we return as T on is equal to L into del I over 30. Similarly, come to the next one. When the switch is off, the inductor tries to discharge through the diode like this. So that time again voltage across inductor is equal to L into di by dt. So that time the voltage during off time, the voltage across the inductor is minus 20 volt. So minus 20 volt. In this period the inductor is discharged, so that we will represent as minus L into this is a di, it is rate of change of current. The inductor is tries to discharge, this is del I divided by T off. T off is the off time. So from this we can write as off time is equal to L into del I over 20. So this is on time and this is off time. Now this on time and off time is getting divided. On time as off time and on time is getting divided. So we got as T off by T on is equal to 3 by 2. Now add 1 on both sides. Now take LCM. So T off plus T on over T on is equal to, this is 5 by 2. Again T off plus T on is equal to total time. So we know duty cycle or duty ratio formula is on time over T total time. So that is equal to 2 by 5 is equal to 0.4. So therefore the duty cycle of the buck converter is 0.4. The DC-DC buck converter operates continuous conduction mode. It has a 48 voltage input voltage, and it feeds a resistive load of 24 ohm. The switching frequency of the converter is 250 Hz. If the switch on time is 1 millisecond, what will be the load power? So here given us frequency is 250 Hz. So time is equal to 1 over frequency, that is equal to 4 milliseconds. The on time is given as 1 milliseconds. The switch on time is given as 1 millisecond. So alpha duty ratio is equal to T on by total time. So on time 1 over total time is 4. So this is a duty ratio. Now again for the buck converter, the output power is V square by R. That V is the RMS voltage. So we know for buck converter the V naught output voltage, that is the average value, is equal to alpha into Vs, duty ratio into Vs. RMS voltage is square root of alpha into square root of duty ratio into Vs. So RMS voltage is square root of duty ratio into Vs. So alpha square root of 1 over 4, alpha is 1 over 4 into 48 is the input voltage, supply voltage, that is 24. So therefore output power is equal to V naught RMS square over resistor. So 24 square. Resistor is given as 24 ohm. So 24 ohm, that is equal to 24 watts. So the power is 24 watts. A self-commutating switch is operated with a duty cycle delta is used to control the load voltage as shown in figure. At a steady state operating condition, the average output voltage across the inductor and the capacitors are. So from the circuit arrangement, we can conclude that it is a boost converter, that is a voltage source is series connected with the inductor. That is a logic to find the boost converter. So it is a boost converter. For boost converter, the output voltage formula V naught is nothing but Vc. So the capacitor voltage is input divided by 1 minus duty ratio. So this answer and this answer, two cases are there. Again, it is mentioned that under steady state operating condition, it is meaning that under steady state condition, this inductor will act as short circuit. So when the inductor is acting as a short circuit, the voltage across the inductor is 0. So the answer is A. The voltage across inductor is 0 and the voltage across capacitor, of course, output voltage equal to input VDC over 1 minus duty ratio del. In the figure shown in below, the chopper feeds to a resistive load from the battery source, and the Q is the MOSFET switch which is operated at 250 kHz with a duty ratio of 0.4. All the elements are ideal. The first question is peak to peak source current in ripple and average source current under steady state condition. These two questions. So first we will quickly recall the operation of the circuit. So during on stage, this is the circuit arrangement. So the inductor is getting charged from minimum value to maximum value. The current flow through the inductor is getting charged linearly with the minimum to maximum value. So again, we know the formula for inductor, VL is equal to L into di by dt. Now this voltage across inductor is nothing but supply voltage, Vs, L into, this is the rate of change of current that we represent as del I. This is happen in the time t on. So from this we can conclude del I is equal to Vs t on by L. So again from this we can write del I. So substituting a respective value. So here we know alpha duty ratio is T on by T, that is equal to T on into T on into F. So this is alpha formula, otherwise T on is equal to alpha into T. So for this T on, substitute alpha into T divided by L. Substitute all the values and we got the answer. Peak to peak current, this peak to peak source current is 0.192. So this is the answer. Alright. Now the next question is average source current that can be calculated from the knowledge of. So here this is a converter, this is a boost converter. We have the input power and output power. Let us consider this is an ideal converter, there is no losses. Input power is equal to output power. Input power, otherwise input voltage, source voltage and source current, and output voltage is V naught square by R. So from this IS equal to this answer, V naught square divided by R into Vs. From boost converter, V naught is equal to Vs divided by 1 minus alpha. For boost converter, Vs divided by 1 minus alpha, substitute and to proceed, we got the answer IS. This is a source current Vs divided by 1 minus alpha square into r, substitute the respective values, and we got the answer as 1.66, that is nothing but 5 by 3. So the answer is 5 by 3.